What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into something European things Americans find weird. I'm about to be real weirded out then. Get over, show world friends all the love of the world if you haven't done so already. Let's go. We've been learning about so many different cultures and so many different things that different cultures do. And there is definitely some things that are weird. There's some things that are weird here for you guys too, though. Like our giant-sized Jesus big old gallon-sized Cokes at McDonald's and things like that, like our portion sizes, some of the chemicals that are used in the food. There's a whole bunch of things that people over there are like, oh no, I'm not eating that, or I'm not drinking that. And I think that was kind of weird too. I was like, wait a minute, like what exactly is my country doing to me? So let's see, what are some European things that Americans find weird? Let's go on a journey and see what we got.
Hello!
Hello!
Hi, I'm Haley from the USA.
Hi, I'm Christina, also from the USA.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Paul from the USA.
I'm Eleanor from Germany.
Hi, I'm Sully from France.
Which state are you guys from?
I'm from Massachusetts.
California and then
Hey!
I'm from Cologne in Germany.
I'm from Normandy.
I have not been to Germany and France. I actually have never been to Europe, but I still really want to visit Europe. There's so many places I want to go.
The two best countries to visit there.
Honestly, like those are one of the two places I want to go first.
Good answer.
Yeah, I'm not even just saying that. It's a little hard because I just think of a lot of different kind of cultures. It really depends on
the
each
country. But I think of there being like a lot of historical architecture. That's something I think of overall.
That's something I think about now, but before we knew any of these other countries' things, ideals and philosophies and ways that they get by and food and so many other things, I really thought that it was just the same as here, or that we had it better, because that's what everything preaches. Oh, America, the greatest country in the world. And you really fall into that mindset. And it's really kind of sad, because then when you go anywhere else, you're like, holy crap, how come we don't have this back home? And as an outsider now, I see America completely different. I see all kinds of things that we could be doing better. Things that are kind of weird to me now too,
really
after having lived abroad.
Me too.
This is definitely true. For the German case, it is not completely free. Like you have to pay about 200 to 300 euros per semester. It is a bit different with every university, but about that price. And there's like the student ticket in there, so you can take the bus and subway system like as much as you want to.
Oh, for
like
free or just at a reduced?
For free.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Of course, the university fee, like there's still some kind of admission fee or something like that, but it's like 50 euros or something. You can take all the courses that you want, and there's also a pretty cheap loan system for students in Germany, so they can get extra loans for just their living expenses, and they only have to pay it back like later on when they earn money. So I heard that's pretty comfortable too.
Yeah. In France, it's quite similar. It's just like it depends if you go to like university or kind of like what they call schools. If you go to like university, then it's technically free, but it also like in France, they're kind of depending on your parents' income. It's like I think the tuition free is around 400 euros, but then let's say your family is more of a lower income, then like it goes down. And we don't have like free students tickets.
Oh, really?
But we get like, for example, it also depends which city you live. Yeah, and we also have like a government like scholarship. So it's not really depending on how good your grades are. It's like the same as I said before, it's depending
Your
on
background.
your parents' income.
I should have gone to Europe for college.
Education is definitely one of the things that I have noticed huge differences in between here and elsewhere. And it's like, I feel like we could work on some things. I feel like we could definitely work into a way to where young people aren't starting their life out $50, $60, $100,000 in debt. What kind of life is that a way to start? Now I'm paying that back for the rest of my life. I know people that are well into their 50s that were still paying off their college tuition, that were still paying off all of the loans that they had taken out, all of their... And it seems crazy that somebody would have to begin life, hey, I'm out, I'm sprouting my wings, time to fly, hey, here's $100,000 worth of debt. That seems ridiculous, especially when everywhere requires you essentially to have a diploma in your hand to say, yeah, I graduated, I sat in a class. The diploma takes precedence over actual years of experience doing the job, which is really screwed up for anybody that's looking for a job. I feel like experience on the job, doing the job, should have some say so into whether or not, okay, I don't have a diploma, but I've got all this experience. It should balance out somehow. And we don't have that. Like everybody and their brother now wants you to have some sort of a diploma. High school, I get, but when you got to start paying for it to go sit in a classroom and learn about something, when Joe Schmo over there is out there doing the job, got his hands on, been doing the work forever, I think that should count more even than just sitting in a classroom and listening to someone teach.
Very jealous.
Yeah, so envious. Sometimes it's cheaper for us to go to a different country and get educated than staying in the U.S.
But how is it like justified?
If you go to like an art school or something, there's a lot of equipment that's very expensive.
Yeah, right?
And some colleges are really, really famous and they're really prestigious and they have really good professors, good education, like especially in Massachusetts, there's so many amazing colleges like Harvard, and you can get a really good education and they do a lot of things to support you as well, but I don't think it's worth
justified.
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the US, it's quite common that you should keep a little distance from people that you are not very close with.
If you're friends, you might be shoulder to shoulder.
Right, with friends it's different, but people who you're not too close to,
Like out of respect for them, you don't touch them.
even
I feel like that our personal space here has grown over the years, because there was a time where you used to be able to just talk to a stranger and say hello and say good afternoon and good morning and wave at them and smile at somebody, actually catch somebody's eye. And nowadays it's more like, no, if they're not talking to you, it ain't your business. Like, even we used to have block parties when I was younger where everybody would come out and cook something and everybody would hang out on the street, and I would never even consider that here. Like, I know 2 neighbors, I know their names, and that's it. Like, we don't really talk to each other, we don't really hang out. There's no sense of community in a lot of places anymore.
standing in line.
Don't breathe down the person's neck. I'm not happy.
It's too close.
I think it's the same.
Say so actually. Like I'm sure even in Germany, some people say, "Oh no, we touch each other all the time," like in some region. But in general, like there is a reason that Germans have kind of the cold image internationally. We like to have our own space respected, and I remember like lots of times hearing my German friends complain about if you're shopping at the grocery store and you're looking like at some item in front of you, that some person from the side will just grab something in front of you instead of waiting for you to move away. Like they will.
I've waited for 10 minutes for someone to get out of my way at the grocery store.
Come kind of close right like this. I had so many German
Or I
friends
come back
complain
around.
about that. That's already too close.
Yeah.
Just say excuse me.
I think France is similar. Like I think we think personal space is really important, and like I said here, like if you bump into someone in France, like you have to say sorry right away. Especially in the subway, otherwise you might get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
bumping into someone or stepping on someone else's feet.
Yeah.
It's like you have to apologize right away.
Oh, don't step on someone's feet.
Don't
Say apologize.
Like, if
No,
you
because
apologize,
people in America value them shoes that they got on their feet.
accident, it's okay, but if you don't, then it's really rude.
Do you guys carry coins?
I mean, it's been 2 years since I've been to France, so might have changed, not like the fact for sure, but we do use coins and cash, especially when you go like, when you use vending machine, like you use coins, or when
They
you
don't
go,
take card at vending machines?
I don't remember seeing it. Or maybe in school sometimes you have like your student cards
Yeah, the
and then
student
you
card.
can use it.
Normal vending machines, I never saw one that took a
I
credit
cannot
card.
remember one.
We definitely have a whole bunch that take credit cards over here now. Got some that you can pay by app, some that you can do your tap your card. They're really thinking about it, unless you're like going to a newspaper stand or something like that. There's really no reason to carry coins in America. They're all part, but it could be because, like, even when I was in Thailand, you had 10 baht coins, you had different denominations that actually were worth more than one. Over here, everything's like a quarter of, or 5 cents, or 1 cent. It's not really practical because you're not, unless you're paying for trying to go for exact change. Like my mom might carry a little bag of coins, but me, if I get coins, I put them in a jar and then I go and I trade them in for cash. Like,
Oh, so you need
cash. Like in France, like I think like when it's under like maybe €5 or something, it's not that you cannot give your credit cards, but they don't really like that much.
They have to pay a percentage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
there's
they-
something.
yeah,
So
makes
they
sense.
prefer you to pay in cash. So when you go to the bakery and you buy like one baguette or something.
Oh, okay. What about in Germany?
Like Germany is the same. That's like some stores they just refuse to take your card if you don't pay at least €5. So
There's
yeah,
cards.
I don't know if they are legally allowed to
Yeah.
do it. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. But yeah, they just have like a sign like if it's under €10, we don't accept card. And
We have some places over here that have a minimum. You got to spend a minimum X amount of money in order to use your card. I've seen that in some of the liquor stores and things like that. But on the whole, pretty much everyone's paying with their Beep It card or their Apple Watch, or a lot of digital payments going on now. I don't really know anybody in my personal circle that just carries a bunch of cash on them anymore.
just in general, a lot of like not chain cafes, like non-chain cafes, non-chain restaurants, they just don't have a card reading machine. So it is very dangerous to go outside like without any cash because you never know.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
never know. Maybe the card machine is broken too. So it's definitely better. And because you always have to tip anyway.
You guys don't do tips through your cards? You don't just write it on the receipt how much you give?
Can
You can do that.
Answer in the comments. I was a card person. So.
Me too. I use like Samsung Pay on my phone.
Yeah, I use my Apple Pay all the
on
time.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like.
A whole new word.
you don't even need
A lot of businesses here, there's some businesses here, I won't say a lot yet, but there's quite a few that you run into where they, or even the amusement park that I go to, they don't accept cash anywhere. I don't know if it's because they can't trust their employees or they just don't want to deal with all of the money that comes in, or everything's digital. Anything that you want to buy, even a soda from the vending machine, is a digital purchase. All the cash things are shut off. Like, but I've seen it in airports where they didn't take any cash. Which airport was that at? I want to say Los Angeles airport, I believe, because that's where I had to make. Yeah, I think it was the Los Angeles airport. I went to go pay for something, and they told me I had to go down the way to a little card kiosk and turn my cash into a card that I could then use to purchase things, or then I could then use to pay for things for my flight, which is very, very bizarre to me that people can just say, oh, we're not going to take your cash. It's the legal currency of the country. I feel like you should have to take it. You may not like to take
the
it,
card
but you should
anymore,
have to.
really.
Like in France,
A big
also,
push
I feel like
towards digital
to cities, and if you
money
live in like
is-
an apartment, like a house, might slightly differ. In France, for example, we like put plastic and you know what they call vinyl here.
Right.
Yeah,
I think it's together because sometimes in apartment complex they even put plastic and cardboard together,
Right.
and then when you throw it, I think they like differentiate it. But sometimes in like the city as well, there is like some kind of big like cans, and then here is like plastic, cardboard, like with milk, you know, milk
carton.
milk
Yeah.
card, and then like wine bottles, things like that.
Glass.
A glass, like wine bottles.
I think Germany is maybe a little bit like famous or known for it. Recycling system. And actually, my dad, he worked in like a garbage management company. Like, so we were trained to recycle everything. So even in our house, like there's normal trash can, then one where every plastic, every like packaging is put in. Then we have the paper. Then we have dark glass, light glass, and like food or bio garbage.
Oh,
I have a question.
I already feel like we have to sort ours out enough, and I only have 3 bins. I got a recycling bin where you put glass and cardboard. I got an outdoor bin where you can put food waste and any of the trimmings from the yard, and old pizza boxes. For some reason, the pizza boxes go in there and not with the other cardboard. And then you got a general trash, and then they go from here out to a warehouse where it's dumped in the middle of the room, and they got little people that come by and sort it out even further. As far as me, the consumer, me, the user, it's three different ways that we have to split it up.
Since your dad worked in waste
That's in
management.
California.
Do dark glass and light glass have to get processed separately?
I mean,
Do you
at least
know?
in Germany, I guess so, because they're
knew
molten
that.
down
Yeah.
and then reformed. So if you mix light and dark glass, the
get-
color will change.
And
so
also,
we have different
Yeah, I
ones.
think there was also something about like dark glass, you cannot recycle it or something like that.
I think many people do a lot of recycling and because PET bottles we can give back to the store to receive some money. Like
Don't you have that vending machine where like you stick your bottle in?
exactly, and they eat it and then they give you money back.
We have that in some places. In Oregon, we have vending machines, but it's such a pain in the ass. There's like a limit of how many bottles and cans you can put in a day, and you got to go do, like they said, scan and beep each one. Beep, beep. It can be such a damn crazy, like just time-consuming process, depending upon how many recyclables you
Do you have
have.
that vending machine where
A lot
like,
of
you
people
stick your
just
bottle
decide to
Exactly,
give it
and
away.
they eat it and then they give you money back. Yeah, so our plastic, like all drinks that are like in plastic bottles, they cost a little bit more, but that money you can get back, bring them back to the store. So that's a useful system.
So today
We do
we
that
got
with
to
aluminum.
talk a little about things that Europeans do that Americans find interesting.
So if you like today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Bye-bye!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely some differences on both sides of the pond. Get over, show world friends all the love in the world. Let me know what you think down below. Leave me some little tidbits about where you live and the weird things that you do that I might consider weird. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button, but I won't believe you. Tell the next one of my Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.